Today's lesson is the corrections for worksheet 7.5. Please mark and do corrections in green. Question 1. When marbles are put into a beaker, it shows that solids have a fixed shape because the shape of the marbles don't change even when placed inside the beaker. Question 2. Movement of particles, fastest would be gas, slowest movement is the solids, and moderate speed will be the liquid particles. So you would need to find the substance that matches the state. The answer would be A. Question 3, gas. Answer B. Question 4, I need you to amend the diagrams. Can you insert more particles for P? To show that it is in liquid state, because in liquid state, the particles are still quite closely packed. In Q, I would want you to draw one more particle here to show that the arrangement is random, and Q shows a gas. The answer would be B. Alcohol is a liquid, hydrogen is a gas, and copper is a solid. Question 5. What happens when water becomes steam? This process is boiling. The answer would be the distance between the water particles increases. A, if we were to amend it, the force of attraction becomes weaker. B, the energy in the water particles increases. And D, the water particles move faster. Question 6. A gas or air is being compressed. What will change at the end? The answer is only the distance between particles. The mass of the particles and the size of the particles never changes. Question 7. How can we increase the movement of particles? Meaning, how to make it move faster? So, heat it. Question 8. What is true about solids? They have their own shape. Number 1, correct. Number 2, they vibrate in fixed position. Number 3, do they collide with one another? Answer is no. Particles that collide with one another usually refer to the particles of gas because of the speed of the particles of gas. Question 9. When air is compressed, what happens? Let's see what happens when I push the plunger. So notice there are more collisions and the volume of the gas actually decreases. However, the number of particles should remain the same before and after. So the answer will be C. Question 10. State P, which is solid state, is changed to state Q, which is gas, when heat is absorbed. What is this change from solid to gas? Sublimation. So for example, dry ice sublimes to become carbon dioxide gas. So in this change, the kinetic energy will increase because gas particles they move very fast. Okay? For the other options, A, size of particles never changes. C, the distance between the particles increases, as you can see in the diagram. D, the force of attraction between the particles will decrease. Next, we move on to the structured question. Question 1. Why did the water in the beaker not overflow when you added sugar powder to the water, which is already at the near the brim? Because there are spaces between the particles of water, and the sugar molecules or sugar particles can fit into those spaces. Question B. If you have 50 cm cube of water and 50 cm cube of alcohol, and you mix them together, assuming no evaporation or no spillage, what will be the total volume? 99. Again, this is due to the particles moving into the spaces between each other. Question 2. Write the states of matter. X, a liquid. Y, solid. Z is gas. Pretty simple. But you need to learn how to draw the diagrams, the particle diagrams for each state. Which of the above doesn't have a definite volume? You're looking at a gas. Definite shape, that's a solid. Why? Question D, X can flow easily. When they mention something that can flow easily, you're looking at a liquid. Okay, so that will be X, because liquids are held by strong attractive forces, not very strong attractive forces. So the particles in liquids are still able to slide past one another, allowing it to flow. Okay, as compared to solids, where solid particles are actually held by very strong attractive forces. Example, you can use water, ice, and steam. Sky lanterns you can find in Taiwan if you visit Taiwan. How does it work? You light fuel at the bottom of the lantern, and the lantern will actually expand. The air in the lantern will expand, and then as the density gets lower, the sky lantern will rise to the sky. So you have to explain using the particulate model of matter. So what we can say is when the air is heated, the particles gain energy and they move at higher speeds. So the particles then move further apart, causing the volume of the sky lantern to increase. Question 4. You start with a solid and you heat it for 20 minutes. So what happens? What could happen to a solid when you heat it? And also a very key part of the graph you need to look at is Q and R, where there is a constant temperature. So a solid being heated and a constant temperature is indicating melting. So let's look at the states between P, Q. So you start with a solid. During melting, you should see a mixture of solid and a liquid. And at R is when melting stops. So it will be completely liquid. Question B, why is there no change in temperature? Why is there a constant temperature at QR? Because heat energy is absorbed to overcome the very strong attractive forces in solid. That's all for today.